We're way off the beaten path here, out in the wilds of nature, looking for that one cricket. You know, the one from the story? He stopped. I think that's him. You know that cricket from the story? Played the fiddle. Didn't work all day. We want to figure out how he's doing after all he did was play all day and he never worked. He just played and played and he never worked. He could be out here somewhere. Hello people. I came to my research lab and there's some reasons why you'll discover soon I have to be veiled. And I came to the cricket and the ant story in a poem, and I'm going to read it to you. Okay? A silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he'd repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs, and some have 2. So if you look at this, the reason why I'm clothed here is it is not as simple as it lays out. Aesop was, stole this from Anonymous. As you know, Anonymous has written almost most things, and most things have been stolen from Anonymous. But this story is really about, with corporate America, if you look at them wanting us to work in factories, and that we must work and work and work and work, and we can maybe have time to sing. And if we don't work, they will take off our hands or our legs or whatever. So it's kind of an aggressive story to the fact that there isn't really no time to play. You'll be able to play when you retire, or maybe when you die. So so that's why I'm veiled here. I'm sorry to make this story seem like it's not as light as it was, but I do want to tell you that I did find Anonymous, Anonymous, and we actually have an interview with Anonymous, and since he actually wrote the original story, we're going to get the real layout of what the actual concept of this story was about. So, and there may be some more things that Anonymous has to say. This is the first time Anonymous has ever been filmed. This is the first time he's ever been, she has been interviewed, or you could say it. So, let's go see what Anonymous has to say. This is going to be exciting. Hello, my name is Anonymous. You've probably heard of me before. I have been all over the place, all over the world. I've written many things. So, what I'd like to share with you now is that Aesop actually stole my story and translated it incorrectly. My story was about how the cricket was playing music and trying to record and get famous as a musician, and the challenges of the industry of music, even way back when, and how one should always do what they love. At this point, yes, it is a challenge. I am in court now trying to sue people for using my name, anonymous. Just officially, my name is anonymous. Anonymous. So, yes, so don't use my name, please, for anything you write. Thank you. Bye. Oh hey people, there you are. What you doing in this gigantic rosemary bush? I guess that's where you live. So yeah, anyways, this cricket, I did find him, and he, yeah, the one from the story, you know, the story you heard as a kid and everything, telling you can't just play all day, you gotta work. He actually has a different experience. In a different version, his, you know, interpretation of the story was a little bit different. So his interpretation of the story is he was trying to play music and get his band going and put out a record. He was having a lot of issues with the caterpillars were kind of ruling the whole music industry and kind of how it is now today, and he had to have a lot of money and he had to get the right producer. Yeah, I mean, there was Butterfly Z, that was the one he really wanted to get, but he also had to do whatever they said and change his music. So he just kept doing his own thing, thinking eventually the flies who were, you know, there's the horse flies, which, you know, they sting. They were a little more hardcore in the music industry, but they were underground. So he was hoping to get with them. They kind of started the punk scene and stuff for the insects, the insect punk scene. And I think the howler monkeys were their first sign up that they got, the first people they produced, and got them pretty popular in the underground, this kind of South American industry. So, and just the whole underground United States, people know how much we love the howler monkeys, and sometimes people that live there don't. So, yeah, but he said that, you know, you can actually make money doing what you love, but he also said that he was trying to inform people through that book, but the author did not get it very well through that story, was that you can make what you're doing something you love. So if you're doing something right now, there's something in that aspect of what you're doing that you probably do really love about your work. If you are doing work that you just despise, and you just feel like it's a stepping stone, then spend an hour or two a day, or even a half hour, doing the work you love, prepping for doing the work you love, building your business, your other business that you want to do. Treat it as, a lot of people treat it as a hobby. I bet you could make your hobby make you money, some hobbies. Not everyone can make playing golf, if that's your hobby, but that can be more of a social hobby interest that you have with friends, or just a way to get out in nature if you live in a place like this in Sacramento. But I mean, some of the other hobbies, if you have woodworking, if you have making little silly videos in parking lots behind sprouts, in rosemary bushes, looking for crickets, whatever it is that you may not know what your fire passion is, but there's something that you really enjoy doing. So spend time doing that every day and build on that, and see how maybe sometimes you can include that into the work you're doing now. And many of you are probably doing work that you really love, and so that's great. So keep playing your own music, and starting your own underground industry. So the cricket actually has made his own record company out there. But so if you come out here or you go out to any field at all in nature, you can actually purchase any of their music. It's free, free download. You can hang out in nature and listen to it. And the thing that's amazing is the songs are always changing. They're always very unique and different in each moment. And the free download also includes connection and inspiration. See what I mean? There was some agreement by some motor over there. So yeah, the free download of connecting with nature and listening to the sounds of the cricket and the whole crickets and howler monkeys and whatever, the whole underground music industry, which is nature. With that free download, you get free connection to your body, to every cell, to spirit, to whatever you believe in, to the grand tree, the big eagle, the great volcano, to just to connect with yourself and nature and feel the roots. Feel the roots, man. Get to your roots. All right. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't include the cricket into the conversation. He says that right now, the people that his lawyer said he can't talk to anyone because he's in a lawsuit with the bigwigs, with Butterfly Z, because Butterfly Z, of course, stole one of his songs, put it on the pop radio, and it's just a mess. I mean, even insects have lawyers. I bet you can guess what insect is a main lawyer insect, huh? If you can, go ahead and tell me, because he didn't tell me. Thanks. See ya.